right, welcome back. So it is estimated that 400 million people worldwide are affected by incontinence, and it's believed to be the second leading cause for admission to assisted living facilities.
That's why our next guest says pelvic floor health is important to women of all ages. Here to tell us more and teach us simple exercises to improve our quality of life is pelvic floor specialist Kim Vopni. Welcome to the show, Kim. Very excited.
Thank you.
We're going to start with the basics. We're going to get to it. What is good pelvic floor health to begin with?
So we'll start with the basics of what the pelvic floor is. So that would be a good place to start. Here's the pelvis. We have bony scaffolding. And the group of muscles we're talking about, the pelvic floor, is attached to the pubic joint, the tailbone, and the two sit bones. So there's three different layers. Yes, you're pointing
so
in the
right
right area.
underneath.
Right here.
Yeah.
And the pelvic floor has important jobs that nobody has ever told us about. So it's the foundation of our core. We've all heard of core fitness, core exercise. The pelvic floor is the foundation, so it stabilizes our spine and our pelvis.
Jeez.
It plays a role in supporting our internal organs, so bladder, uterus, rectum. Plays a role in our sexual response, that's pretty important. And also our continence, so it manages the openings of the urethra, the vagina, and the anus, and it keeps things in when we don't want them to come out and allows things to come out when we do want to come out.
Okay, so the word Kegel is often used, but it's not always understood. Can you tell us what exactly is a Kegel and how does it contribute to our that health?
Health.
Yeah, the word that I hadn't even learned about.
Yes.
Yeah, so most people have heard of the term Kegel. Dr. Arnold Kegel invented the exercise, and it's essentially a voluntary contraction and relaxation of that group of muscles. And
I love how a man invented it because he doesn't even have those muscles. I just
but at
love
least
that.
he was trying to help. At least he was trying to help, right? So it's a voluntary contraction and relaxation. But the challenge is we can't see these muscles. We can't go to the mirror and flex our pubococcygeus muscle, right? So
in our dreams.
So we have to use visualization and some imagery to help us access this group of muscles. And we have evidence to support that they do work when they're done correctly and consistently, but we also have evidence to show that most people are doing them incorrectly because nobody teaches us. Nobody tells us how to do this.
Until now.
Oh my God, until now. It's like doing a bicep curl. We're gonna work that muscle. So let's begin with how it's done.
Yeah. So you talk about a bicep curl. There is a range of motion that the pelvic floor muscles go in. So there's a contract and a lift, and then there's a let go. And the visualization of the let go can be to think about blossoming your vulva. So our vulva's here. But if you can imagine, when you take a breath in, almost imagine like your labia are like lungs, and you're gonna fill them up with air. So imagine blossoming your vulva.
Are we doing this now?
Yep, let your belly go. It is a little easier to do without heels on, I'm gonna say that.
Oh, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Bare feet, or neutral. Okay, so inhale and now blossom your vulva. I've got some nice music going here. Okay, and now when we activate, the activation and lift, you want to think about picking up a blueberry with your vagina and your anus.
What?
Yeah.
Just wait.
Okay.
Did it.
Okay, good. And I didn't see anything happen, which is a good thing. So a lot of people, they'll tuck and they'll grip, but Kegels are kind of like an invisible exercise. So
But this is not like breathing. This feels very new. It's not habitual, right?
This
really
feels like this to me because I've never breathed like this before. Where I'm actually having to be very intentional with how I breathe.
You want to expand your ribs,
one more time. So
soften the belly.
Breath in, we flower the vulva.
And then exhale and think about picking up a blueberry with your vagina and your anus. You could also think about sipping a smoothie through a straw with your vagina.
Oh, wow.
I like the blueberry one.
I like the blueberry.
And then I also say put the blueberries down as a whole blueberry, not as juice. So many people think. Like I gotta lift up a piano, but no.
I don't know, I'm pretty competitive. My pelvic floor is pretty darn strong, you know what I'm saying, Kim? Okay, hold on.
So Kim, what other exercises can we do to help with our pelvic floor health?
Yeah, so I recommend people walk every day. I mentioned if you're sitting, recommend getting up at least once every hour, walking around. When you are sitting, make sure that you're sitting in a position where the vulva and the sit bones are on the surface of your chair, as opposed to sitting and standing in a tucked position. So that'll give your pelvic floor.
Does that require sitting though with a little bit of spread?
No, you can do it sitting. Just sit. Nod your pubic joint forward. We're gonna do a squat in a minute, but hang on. But the challenge is, so the other thing is we want to bring Kegels into movement. So Kegels are typically done statically.
Right.
And we need to train the pelvic floor dynamically because things like leaking when we exercise or what have you, that happens when we're moving. It doesn't happen when we're sitting down.
Right.
Yeah, so a really good exercise to start with is called the one-leg stand. So we're gonna bring the Kegel into movement to train the pelvic floor dynamically. And it's about strength, but it's also about the reaction time of the pelvic floor. So when does it react at the right time? So stand with your feet pelvis width apart. We're gonna blossom the vulva. So inhale, blossom your vulva. Exhale, pick up your blueberries. Now transfer your weight to one side and balance while holding the blueberries. Keep them up, keep them up, keep them up.
Holding the blueberries
Good.
at the same time?
Let the blueberries go, put the foot back down. Okay, do the other side. Exhale, sip a smoothie through a straw. Hold it, now lift the leg. And the reason why we want to activate the pelvic floor first is because we're retraining that anticipatory element. The pelvic floor should know what to do. And we're kind of reminding it, remember, I'm going to move, so activate, and then we transfer our weight.
Oh, I love it.
So just doing a contract and relax sitting down isn't going to train the reaction time.
Okay, quickly, Kim, you have one last exercise. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so we're gonna do a squat. So same thing, feet or pelvis width apart. And I want you to, we all know what a squat, you send your bum backwards and you're standing back up. If we add the Kegel to this, we're gonna inhale, blossom the pelvic floor as you sit back down. Think about spreading your sit bones apart. Now we're gonna exhale, pick up your blueberries first, then stand back up.
Oh, I like that one.
Okay, inhale.
I like that one a lot.
That one's
Blossom
tricky.
the vulva. Exhale, smoothie.
It feels like
sip
I'm
your
gonna
smoothie,
pee
sip your
right here,
smoothie.
Kim. That's what that feels like.
Stand back up. Okay.
So you're carrying the blueberries up all the way.
Up all the way,
All
as
the
high
way.
as they go, yes. And you're gonna hold them there, and then you're gonna let them go. This is the relaxation. That's when
Okay.
we're not holding on to
That's
the
the
blueberries.
flowering.
And then we pick up the blueberries
Pick those
first,
blueberries
and then
up.
hold them as we stand back up.
We're holding them. Got it. Loves it.
How often are we going to be doing this?
So research would say 3 sets of 10, 10-second holds done 3 times a day. But when you coordinate it into movement, who's gonna do 3 sets of 10, 10-second holds 3 times a day? Nobody. So we're gonna coordinate it into our workouts. I could be doing bicep curls.
Oh.
Pick up my blueberries and curl my bicep curls. There you go. I've got my core, I've got my biceps, and my pelvic floor all in one.
Oh my gosh, Kim. We're obsessed.
Next time we're quiet on the show, they're gonna be like, oh, they're picking up their blueberries again.
I have to say, probably one of the hardest thinking fitness segments we've ever done.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
On that note, Kim, thank you so much for this.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Really.
Hey there, and thanks for sticking around. Wasn't that just fantastic? You know where you can get some more all-around great content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with all the laughs and thought-provoking chats you could ask for. So do yourself a favor, like and subscribe now.